if you want to support the show, any of the shows, either this or whichever show, I'm not on right now because it's just a blanket ad for all of them, and the website, you can go to bewareofspoilers.com. In the description for any of the episodes of Beware of Spoilers, there is the option to donate. If you don't want to donate that way, you can donate directly through the website. We do have that, mwpnews.com. And if you don't want to support that way, then going to mwpnews.com will help out because we have ads there. We don't want to keep it, where there's a lot of ads. There's a few ads. But the point is, we want to make it so that way, we can sustain this for the long term. If people donate, we're never going to paywall anything, I don't think, as of right now. But you know, if people start donating, we'll start doing cooler and cooler stuff. Like donations are how we get to cover stuff like Tribeca and other, film festivals. And, we may be able to bring on more people to help out. So if you want to help out the show and you want more content from us, by all means, uh, even just going and giving us a 5-star rating on Spotify helps out a lot. But that's it. That's the only ad we'll have on the podcast ever. But here's whatever podcast you're going to be listening to. Good morning and welcome to Exploring Hyperspace Lanes. I'm Adam, and I guess her computer internet went out. Fast in the divine light is Josie.
What?
Your computer, your audio went out. Um, so I was introducing you, and because you have the light coming in from directly behind you, it looks like you have a
Oh,
halo.
I don't know how to fix what I just did.
What did you do?
I made this big.
That's what she said.
Exit full screen. There we go. Oh.
Um, so before we get too deep into it, we do have a listener question that you can't answer.
We have a question
Yeah.
from like a real
Well,
life person?
no, it's one of those fake people.
Oh, okay. Well, you're
No,
supposed to
no,
ignore those. Those are called bots.
no. It's a real question. Because if you, not you, Josie, you, the listener, want to put in a question, you can on the website. If you go to mwpnews.com, on the About Us page, there's a thing you can fill out if you want to put a question in. That's how you can put a question in. This one was more for me though because it's not something that you can really answer. Before everything, I have a thing how you can support the show, so that way we can start giving Josie money. Um, and I said what you can do is you can buy the books that I've written. And the question is, where do I start? Um, to answer that question on the help us out page on the website, I believe they're all in order of release. Not release, like in trilogy chronological order, because I think one of them I released second to then one. If you're looking for a place to start, um, Swan Song is a good place to start. That one's one of my favorites. The one I just released last year, Succession Planning, is another one that you can start out on. And there was one more that I'm thinking of that I really liked. We're Better Than Our Worst Instincts, which is essentially a rogue's spec script that got reappropriated. But any of those three would be a good place to start out if you're looking for it, if you're looking to help out. And they're free with Kindle Unlimited. We get money on the back end if you read it with Kindle Unlimited, or you can buy it for $2.99.
And you can help out by recommending to friends and putting comments and shit, right?
Yes,
And
the
rating.
yes, the 5-star rating on Amazon does help
Unless you
out.
don't think we deserve it.
Well, even if you think we don't deserve it, so give it to us anyway. Give us a 5 stars anyway. Um, yeah. So what have you been up to?
Um, I am not as sick as I was last week.
That's a good start.
I have been so sick these last couple of years. I don't know what it is.
I have a
Um,
I have a similar thing. Did you have COVID at some point?
yeah,
It could be that because I've had this
yeah.
similar thing where it's just this constant sinus infection.
Well, like it's not constant. I just keep getting colds and I keep getting sick. Like I can't travel without coming home sick. Like um can't I'm just I feel like if there's something to catch, I'm catching it. Unless it's, you know,
Chlamydia.
right. That was the exact one I was thinking. And then I was like, what's the other words? Sexually transmitted.
Because it's
Like,
like you can't go HIV because that's too serious, and
yeah,
like chlamydia just has the right number of syllables where it's funny.
yeah.
Um, like it's one of those things where it's like for me, I've had this constant sinus infection, and this is gonna sound gross, but what'll happen is like I'll sneeze and like it'll just run constantly like the faucet up my
Have you
nose,
been to the
and it'll be good.
doctor?
I did go to a doctor. She said I have a partially deviated septum.
Uh,
And she's like, well, you could get it surgically fixed or just deal with it. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll just deal with it because, you know,
because I keep having people tell me about like the polyps in their nose and stuff. Like, not that that's my issue, but I was just curious,
by
and that's
polyps in their nose,
polyps.
like the thing that you get up your ass when you have like colon cancer.
Yeah, I know, but because it's in your nose.
Well, it's
Um,
a nasal polyp instead of an anal polyp,
yeah, yeah.
but it's still the same kind of thing.
Is an anal polyp similar to a hemorrhoid?
I think a hemorrhoid. No, I think a hemorrhoid is, it's a cut around the anus.
That's inaccurate.
Am I okay? I don't I didn't go to medical school, so nor do I
Well,
claim
don't
to, but
worry, you'll probably deal with them pretty soon.
thanks.
No, I just mean like your job has you sit a lot and
No, I stand
like,
all day.
do you?
Yeah, no, I stand all day.
But I thought you write all day.
No, I all day. Like, yeah, I do that, but I have a standing desk.
You stand all day?
Yeah,
Good for you.
because
I have a
like
standing desk and I still don't stand all day.
it's not let me rephrase that. It's not a standing desk. It's just I work in the warehouse itself, and the desk I have is designed where you can stand or you can sit on a stool. I tried sitting on the stool. It's just so uncomfortable to sit at the stool. Like you guys, it's a like, and part of it is I'm fat, so like it's just kind of like awkward to sit on because it's sitting on a stool is not something that you can do in a flattering way. Um, and especially when you're overweight, it's just kind of like
So
anything that
wait, you
can
don't do
roll.
it because it's not flattering?
Well, no, because it hurts my back too. Because
Oh,
like
okay, that's a good reason.
anything that can roll will roll onto itself, and it just looks gross. So rather than looking like Jabba the Hutt, I just stand at my desk. Um, yeah.
Eh, I'll be looking like Jabba the Hutt at the beach soon. It's
Oh,
getting nicer out.
I do not go to the beach. I
You
like
don't go to the beach?
that is something I categorically do not do.
Oh, okay.
Because I
Then
feel
why
like
are you even living where you live?
because you see, when I was born, I was here, and now I continue to be here.
Oh, so you're
Um,
just a townie.
well, like my goal is to move to the city because like I'm tired of going into the city anytime I have to anytime I want to do anything, I have to go into Manhattan, which is not as hard as it sounds. And like, have you heard anything up there about the congestion pricing thing? Because like people have gotten so pissed off about it around here, and I'm like, why the fuck are you mad about this? Uh,
Congestion pricing?
yeah, so they started it in parts of Europe where during peak times of the day, when the city's gonna be crowded, and it's like London and like these major cities in Europe that don't have the infrastructure really to handle that many cars. In an effort to keep people from going into the city in cars, they charge a fee to go into the city. So you like on top of the bridge toll, you pay a fee to bring your car into certain areas of the city because the idea is if you go in on foot or you go in on or you go in
Public
in mass
transport.
transit. Right, exactly. You're fine. So they're doing the same thing in Manhattan now because you've been to New York City at some point, right?
Yeah.
Like you know how fucking congested it is just in general. So what they're doing is now if
Mm-hmm.
you're I think it's just south of the lowest part of Central Park, you got to pay a fee when you cross the bridge on top of the toll for the bridge to bring your car in there. And I'm like, good, fucking good, because if you live outside the city, it is so easy to get into the city without taking your car. Because there is like if you live in Connecticut or you live in upstate New York, there's Metro North. If you live in New Jersey, there's New Jersey Transit. If you live on Long Island, there's a Long Island Railroad. There's no shortage of options to get into the city without
Mm-hmm.
taking your car. If
What do
you
you do?
well, what I do is it depends on what time of day it is. If it's going after work and I'm going to something, what I'll do is I will take the Long Island Railroad in because I work about 5 minutes from the train station, so I can just leave and go right to the train station.
You take a
If it,
train in?
oh yeah,
That's some old-timey things. Do you like trains?
I mean not to a degree that I would come off as autistic, but I don't dislike train like I don't dislike trains. And then if it's the
Well, I'm
weekend,
not asking if you dislike them. I'm asking if you like trains.
I like taking the train. Yeah,
Like, do you know what kind of train you're taking when you're taking it?
no, I do not. I know
Okay.
it. I know this is the Long Island Railroad. I know I can tell
I
the
was
difference
just
between an
curious
Amtrak
because
train.
I've talked to a lot of people lately, mostly old people that like trains. So I was just curious.
But if it's the weekend, what I'll do is I'll drive to Queens and park by my grandmother's house. Because there's street level parking there that you can always find a spot, and then I will take the bus and the train from there because that's 270, 285 for the subway. So
Hmm.
that's it's cheaper because Island Railroad is like 22 each way now. It's expensive. Um, but yeah, people are complaining about that. I don't know if it had gotten all the way up to where you are, the complaining about people having to pay to get into New York City.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's the big thing. Did you see Phantom Menace in theaters for the 25th anniversary?
I did not.
Um,
There
I
wasn't
did.
anywhere near me that was playing it.
Really, there was a lot. It's still in theaters. It was
Is it?
yeah. Because what happened was because of the strikes last year, um, which I feel like we've talked about at length. We're not going to talk about it again, but because of the strikes, Disney doesn't have a major release until well, they didn't have one until Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes last week, and the first week they put Phantom Menace back in theaters for the 25th anniversary. But the other thing they gave with it was they put an extended preview for The Acolyte before it. Have you watched any of the trailers for The Acolyte?
No.
Are you trying to go in blind?
I yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
I
Well,
like the blind.
what?
I said I like a blind.
No, I'm saying, are you trying to go in without seeing any trailers or anything?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to spoil it for you then. But the
Yay.
show looks really good.
Sweet.
Um, yeah. Did you watch any of the Bad Batch season 3?
No.
Um, wasn't really impressed by it.
I'm
I
not
finished it.
prepared for today. I didn't know what we were talking about and stuff. It's been
Rogue
a
One.
bit. Rogue One.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So I texted you
Usually
last week.
you send me something.
Well, because last week I texted you Rogue One, and then we couldn't get a time together to record. So I was like,
Oh,
and then today when I was like, okay, do you want to record today? All right, yes, I was like, do you want to record tomorrow? I didn't give you a topic because I'm like, I'm sure she can figure out that we're still doing Rogue One.
no.
Okay, well,
Totally forgot. Didn't even know that you sent me Rogue One last.
well, surprise.
Yeah.
Um, unless do you want to talk about other things instead, and we'll do that next time. Like, what games have you been playing?
Uh, you're breaking up.
What games have you been playing recently?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello?
I
Oh, yeah,
my
I can hear
connection.
you now.
Okay. Um, what's it called? Do you want to talk about other things instead?
Oh, it says Adam's network bandwidth is low.
I have a I have full bars. I don't know
Hello?
what you're talking about. It is not low. I think Zoom likes to cause
Well, the
problems.
screen I'm looking at says Adam's network bandwidth is low.
I think Zoom likes to cause problems because they always just blame the other person. Like it's not your fault, it's the other person's fault. But either way, have you been playing any games lately?
Oh, yes.
There we go.
What did I play lately? I have played the new Borderlands game, the Tina's World,
Oh, Tiny
the
Tina's
D&D
Wonderland.
themed one. Yeah,
Is that
it's
good?
really
I got it for
cute.
my brother for his birthday last year
Like,
or 2 years ago, whatever it came out.
it's not my favorite Borderlands, but it's cute. Gives you some Borderlands in between while you're waiting for the next one. Like,
And the movie.
um, and then what else have I played? Played a little bit of Mass Effect 3. Um, that's about it.
What's it called? What was it? I downloaded a few games to play, but I've been playing for Kingdom Hearts again, um, instead because it takes up so much room on my computer, and I'm already like I'm already far enough into it on Epic that I'm like, let me just platinum it, or platinum is not the right term, but let me get all the achievements, um, before I uninstall it. So I
A
was like, all
what?
right, like get all the
What game?
achievements.
What
Kingdom
game?
Hearts, Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts. Okay.
Because it takes up so much room on my computer, I was like, let me just finish this and then do that. So I've been on that kick. Um, I downloaded Little Kitty Big City, which I was talking to someone at work, and he's like, it sounds like a very racist porno. Um, so like
Let's see. I'm gonna Google it. Little
Kitty Big City.
Kitty Big City.
You basically play. You're a cat that falls out a window, and you gotta get back to your apartment, and you go on an adventure while you're in this city.
It's cute.
Yeah. Um,
We have very different um um taste in games.
well, I also host a podcast where I talk about new video game releases, so I do need to play other things too, um, to fill in the content gaps because it's not like I launched the backlog files into its own podcast this year, separate from 30-minute reviews, because I think I told you like I was having an issue where it's like why am I not getting the same listenership on video game episodes? And it's because the podcast is coded as a TV and movie podcast. So
Oh,
people
no, you
looking
didn't
for
tell me this.
oh yeah, so like the podcast, like 30-minute reviews and Beware of Spoilers are both coded as TV and movie.
How'd you manage that?
Because when I set it up, I set it to that because that was what we talked about mostly.
Oh,
Because this is like 9, 10 years, 9 years ago almost.
okay.
So when that happened, I was like, all right. So as I started putting more video game content in, I was like, why is the video game content not getting the same ratings as the other stuff? And the reason was because it's categorized as film and TV, it's not, those episodes don't get put to the top of search results. So what
Hmm.
I did was I spun the episodes about that off into its own podcast, that's just video games called the Backlog Files because it's, games off your backlog. And to make sure that there's content every week, um, what I do is I'm going through and ranking all the Pokemon games,
Mm.
and not just the Pokemon games that are like the main line ones, all the spin-offs. So like just before you came on, I recorded the episode for this week about Pokemon Channel, which was that GameCube game where you watch TV with
Oh,
with Pikachu.
You never definitively told me what like game I was supposed to buy.
I 100% did.
Yeah, it was a lot of information and it was not in like a great order.
I said try the demo to make sure it runs smoothly. But yes, Integral Masterpiece is the collection of all but one of the games. It just excludes Melody of Memories. That
All
came
I
out after the
said,
fact.
all I had asked was a yes or no question, was should I buy this? Is this what you need me to buy?
And I
And then
said,
you gave me this
but
whole long
yes.
explanation that I was like, "Oh my God."
Like, okay, so
Huh?
you texted me that while I was at work, so I said I'll look when I get home. Okay. Then I got home and I looked at my Switch and I said try the demo to make sure it runs smoothly because I know some people had that issue on Switch. And then I said in the next text, the first 6 words are, but yes, Kingdom Hearts Integrum Masterpiece is the collection of all but one of the games.
Right, so you didn't tell me to yes that's what I should buy.
Yeah, because you asked that one's on sale, so I said yes.
You
This is
said
on this is
that
on
is
you,
all the
not me,
games that are out that are
except
currently
for
out,
one.
except Melody of Memory, which came out after the set release.
Right,
It it's like if you went out today and bought the collection of Mad Max movies on DVD and didn't have Furiosa because it comes out next month.
right.
That's
That
all
was
you said.
No, scroll up because there was that's not the first message.
You said tomorrow works.
Okay. Do you delete your text messages or do you keep them forever?
No, I am going to. Here you go, screenshots. I'm gonna send you these fucking receipts.
Okay. Or receipt because the P is silent.
No, not
You you
today.
you think I'm not gonna send you a screenshot too? I got a screenshot too. Hang
You
on.
can screenshot all you want, but yours doesn't matter.
You started right after where it happened.
I said I started. What do you mean?
Okay, so the part you sent with that was the like I have that message too because I also because we're get like hang on, where are the messages? Because there's the goose. Hang on. Right above
I
that,
said,
the message before that.
"Oh, you mean this really long ass one where all I needed to hear was yes,
You mean
and you gave
you
me
mean the
like a
second
shit ton
word?
of things, and then all you had to say was also buy this." Like that part, the huge thing that they're like you thought I was gonna read when I was looking for a yes or a no.
The second word is yes.
Communication skills are lacking here, sir.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I think we should do I think that we should do a yearly review and I get to review you and your work.
Because okay, hang on. Because I'm gonna read this. So you texted me.
I
Kingdom
want
Hearts
to
is on
provide
sale.
feedback.
Kingdom Hearts is on sale. 35 for all
I
three.
want to
I
provide
think
feedback on
on the
your
Switch.
absolute nonsense.
On the Switch. When you get a chance, will
These
you
were
look and
not
make sure?
normal responses. It was a yes or no question.
Okay, and I answered yes.
Oh, it should
You
go
were so
yes and then like if you can add more things.
okay because and I did say too. Try the demo first. So try the demo before you. Look, it's good that you didn't buy it yet.
Well, it's not
Because
on sale anymore.
no, I'm not saying pay $100 for it either. I'm saying it's good you didn't buy it yet because try the demo first. Because I don't know how good the cloud gaming is on the Switch, and you don't want to
You
pay
told me it
for.
would be fine.
Well, you.
Oh, okay, just go back on what you said. That's fine.
I
Whatever.
also I also said here try the demo
Well,
to make
this
sure it
will be
runs
showing up
smoothly.
in your performance review.
I'm trying to keep you from spending money that you don't
I'm gonna
need
start
to.
taking notes. I'm gonna keep a file. I'm gonna get this
Um.
documented, okay?
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have a
For
pip
your
bag I'll
yearly
work on for
review.
next year. Um. But no,
Yeah, and
definitely.
I think it should be an episode. where I get to just say, here's all the
Here,
things
here's how
I
you
think
suck.
that you did well this year, and here's the
That's
things
a
that
very
need
short list, I
improvement.
feel like. I feel like the what you did well is gonna be a very short
No, no,
list.
I will be fair.
Oh, will you?
I will be fair.
Um,
Yes, I have never been anything but not fair.
I will agree to that. No arguments there. Um, but yeah, yes, definitely try the demo before you buy it. Because I'm not saying that it's
You're always
a
telling me what to do. I
because
got it. I'm gonna do. Okay, fine. Gosh.
I'm trying to avoid you spending money on something and it not working. Because it's like that apparently even people with good internet connections have had issues with Switch Online.
Yeah,
And
I'm having issues with connection right now. Like it just says that your network bandwidth is super low and like you've been in the same position like almost this entire time.
what do you mean I'm in the same position?
Like your body,
Oh, I
it's
don't
been
really
like
move
one
too much.
it's like a photo.
Oh, I don't know what that is. I mean, I have full bars. I'm oh, Caitlin Clark's making her WNBA debut tonight. Um, thank you Disney Plus for that news. Um,
So, what's next on your list?
well, I was just talking about Rogue One, but if you're not ready for that, we could do that next time.
Okay.
Have you? I, and you haven't watched the Bad Batch yet. I don't think the Bad Batch is that good this season. I'm gonna be completely honest. Um,
You have notifications for esports, Amazon, something I don't know, T-Mobile, Gmail, and Disney.
uh, oh, Sweatcoin is the one you don't know.
Sweatcoin?
Okay, let me
This
tell
sounds
you
like a
about
porn
this.
thing. Can I have
No,
a
Sweatcoin is this thing that it was an app that when I got my new phone, it was like, oh, try this. And I was like, all right, let me see what this is. Basically, what it is, as you walk, you collect these coins and you can redeem the coins for gift cards, allegedly. I say
That's kind of
allegedly
cool.
because I've had this phone since November of 2020, and I do not think I have enough yet to redeem for anything.
Oh,
I've never actually
well,
redeemed any.
well, you should just do Pokemon Go for walking around for incentive.
Well, this is money, allegedly. All right, I now have
Yeah, I don't know
5,900
what you
sweat
just said. It's
coins.
super broken.
I now have 9,500. Not yet. It's saying
EA
you're the one with the
Sports.
connection
It's in the
issue.
game.
And no, it's like the EA thing is not that.
No,
It's
bro.
Amazon. It was Amazon was the thing that I
I
had. I
am
don't know
not
what
the
you.
one with the connection issues. I have excellent internet and excellent service.
Um, enter now to win $100 gift card of your choice. Yeah, it's always trying to get me to donate my coins, but like, okay, so I've been doing this. What did you do?
I
What did you
didn't do
do?
anything.
The whole thing just
It's you
died.
and your shitty service.
My
Yeah,
service is
you
fine.
have bad service.
Well, either way, it's like
Your service very clearly is not.
the point I'm trying to make is like, okay, so I told you how
Is
many
that you
coins I
have
have.
bad service.
I have 5,900 of
Yeah,
these
yeah.
coins. I'm looking at like the thing you can redeem it on. A Peloton is 52,000 coins. Um, like it is. I think it's technically a cryptocurrency scam, if I'm being honest. Like that's probably the most likely thing that this is. It's like some kind of cryptocurrency nonsense. But regardless, I haven't actually bought anything on it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
ooh, a trip to Mount Everest was a super draw last month. That sounds miserable. Um, but yeah, so that is what that little thing was in my notifications bar. I'm sorry it wasn't just to Snapchat and whatever that other thing was that you had. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, I don't know
I'm
what's
not
going on.
touching anything.
I'm
It's
not
you.
okay. I'm not gonna touch my phone anymore. Maybe it is me. Um, but yeah, I said I'm sorry that I don't just have four notifications, two of which are Snapchat, and I don't know what the other two are. Um,
Oh, I had the notifications. You don't have to apologize. I was just telling you. I was making you aware.
I never
Gosh,
clear my
you're
notifications
so
out.
sensitive.
I never clear my notifications out.
So sensitive.
Um, but yeah, I think that what's it called? I do appreciate you not pointing out my haircut as well. Thank you for that.
I, bro, I can't really tell because you always have this background that's like cutting off most of your face and your head anyways.
So, and you're bald too, so who cares?
I didn't say that.
I wouldn't articulate that.
I wouldn't say that to your face. Um,
Um,
no, it's really hard to tell because
no, I know.
it always like
I have
most
the
of the time
Doctor
like
Who
your
background
headphones are
still.
even mostly cut off.
Yeah, I have the
I
Doctor
could
Who
probably
background again.
tell if you did not have the background happening.
Yeah, I guess flip between various pop culture things. Um, apparently, it's unprofessional to use pop culture stuff as your background, according to an article I read. Um,
Well, good thing we're not looking for professionalism here.
that's
Um,
true. No one's
so
ever
can I,
accused us of being professional.
yeah, which is good. I need to know more
Okay.
about what happened where you called somebody a motherfucker
Okay.
to their face.
I had a feeling this was gonna come up. Okay. This time I didn't say
I
it to
need
their
to know
face.
more about this and like you didn't
This
say it to their face.
this specific incident was not to their face. I have called them stuff to their face, but not this specific incident. Um, so for those who are unaware, I texted Josie yesterday. Apparently, it's unprofessional to call someone a dumb motherfucker. Which at work, this guy, his one job is to scan in all the orders from the previous day in alphabetical order and put it into one file folder on the company shared drive. He gets an 8-hour shift to take 200 pieces of paper, put them in alphabetical order, scan them, name the file the previous day's date, and put it in the right folder. Very simple job, right? Like nothing about that sounds difficult. Am I wrong? Does that sound like it's hard?
That sounds like something you could do in an hour.
Yeah, it takes him an entire day. Every
Okay.
single fucking day, he manages to fuck this up in some
Are
way.
you this supervisor? Are you this guy's supervisor? Did you tell somebody that you supervise that they're a dumb motherfucker to their face?
No, he's not my super. I don't supervise him anymore because I said I don't want him in my department anymore. I told the guy who runs the company, I'm like, because what happened was he was a temporary hire, um, who was designed to come in and just work while he was at home for winter break from college. And he was telling us, "Oh yeah, I'm going back this day. Oh yeah, I'm going back this day." And then it was like a Wednesday. Tuesday's like, "All right, I'll see you guys in a few months when I come back for the summer." The next day he shows up. I'm like, "Thought you were going back to school, buddy. What are you doing?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, I'm not this semester anymore." And I'm like, "Okay, this would be fine if it was the first time this happened, but it's the second time this has happened where he did one semester, came back, said he was going back, never went back, and is now just kind of living there." So I said
Mm-hmm.
to the guy who runs the company, I don't want him in my department anymore. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's stupid, and he's just a waste of resources to have there. So he's like, all right,
Is
I
that the way
will.
that you said it?
No, I was, I was more professional in the meeting with the guy who runs the
I'm just
company.
wondering.
So no, I was like, look, he makes a lot of mistakes. It takes him forever to do anything, and it's a waste of resources to have him in here. I don't want him to come back next. And this is before I knew he was gonna just not go to
Also, I
college
hate his
again.
face and I wish he'd die. Don't
Um,
forget that part. You said that part too.
oh yeah, right. I blanked on that, but I so
Yeah.
I say to him all that. He's like, all right, that's fine. We next summer we won't have him back. He comes in the next day like he was not like he pulls the Costanza like, oh, you're just to come in the next day like nothing happened. Um, and I'm like, okay, so now what? We just have this guy. So they relocate him out of my department into a different department, and I'm like, okay, great. And it's like he's supposed to be doing other stuff too, and he does that so poorly. They have him just scanning the orders. That's his entire job at this point. Scan the orders, put them in alphabetical order, and scan them in the computer. Every single day he fucks it up. Every single like the tickets either not in alphabetical order, which is a very simple task. You could probably get a well-trained chimp to do that part. Um, he scans them into the wrong folder. He names it the wrong date, or he breaks it up into like four different ones because he's too busy on his phone to actually make sure that it's all being scanned in as one file. So it's just this cluster, and every day it's an issue. So there have been times I'm like, do you need someone to refresh the alphabet with you? Like I've it's gotten to the point where I've been less and less blunt with this guy, like more and more blunt with this guy, where it's like it started out like, oh, just make sure you're doing it right. Oh, make sure you're putting it in the right folder. Oh, make sure you're doing it. And then it's like, motherfucker, are you stupid? Is what it has evolved to, where it's like we are now in May. He's been doing this since January. He was going to what he claimed was an Ivy League school. It's not, but he was claiming it was an Ivy League school. So it got to the point where it's like the other day we had an issue with an order, and it's like 1 o'clock, and the orders aren't scanned in yet. And someone from accounting comes in, and she's like, "Hey, so what's going on with this thing?" And I'm like, "When was it done?" She goes, "Yesterday." I said, "Oh, it's not scanned in yet. That dumb motherfucker hasn't scanned it in yet." Because he's been working on it all day. That was Friday. Yesterday, I get into work. My boss calls me into the conference room and is like, you can't call him that behind his back." And my response was, "You want me to go do it to his face? I'll go tell him to his face right now. Bless you."
Sorry, excuse
Um,
me.
I was like, "I'll go do it to his face right now. Like, I'm not afraid to tell him, like, you are a dumb motherfucker." And he's like, "You can't call him a
You
dumb
don't like
motherfucker."
conflict. I don't
No,
believe you.
but with this guy, I do get conflict at work. Like if
You
someone's
do
not doing,
get conflict at work. You're willing to have conflicts at
that's
work?
the word I'm looking for. Yes. Like if someone's not doing their job right and I supervise them, I will get into a conflict if need be. Like
Hmm.
it's just not something that I do normally. Like because I'm like if they report to me and I'm reporting to someone else and the job needs to get done, then yes, I will make sure that things get done properly, and I will if there needs to be a conflict, there will be a conflict. I'm not trying to start a conflict for the sake of it, but it is it's a thing. But yeah,
It's a
it's a
thing.
yeah. So I got talked to. I'm like apparently like if he was in my department or in earshot or like it wasn't something I had already called him several times to his face, I'd be like, okay, maybe. And look, I get it. When you're at work, you should not call someone a dumb motherfucker. But if he isn't complaining about it, don't make a big deal about it. Like
Mm,
if the guy getting called a dumb motherfucker is not complaining about it, don't make a big deal about it.
okay.
Am I wrong?
Depends on the culture at your work.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. Um, but speaking of like, what are your thoughts on inter-office relationships?
Oh my goodness. Who are you trying? Are you trying to another one?
We need another one.
always liking the ladies at your work?
once. But no, this is not about me. This is about how something blew up because this guy was dating this girl and it imploded. I've been at jobs where people have dated and it didn't work out. Um, Now twice, and it's just a miserable experience for everyone else involved. Um, like when I was at Walgreens, there were these two people who dated. They dated for like years, and they broke up very explosively. And then they were scheduled on shifts together that I was the supervisor on. So I'd have the two of them there, and the two of them refused to talk to each other. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck happened here, but why do I gotta be the one to deal with this bullshit? Um, and this time it was not that, people were the people dating broke up caused the issue. It is the guy was so insecure in his relationship um, that any time the girl he was dating talked to another guy,
This one, the one that's happening now?
well, not anymore because he's been fired, but like
Oh.
anytime the girl he's seeing or was seeing talked to another guy at the job, he would like fly into a rage or not talk to them for like a week. And I'm like,
Hmm.
is it really this hard to not date in
If
the
it doesn't
office?
impede work, who gives a shit?
Yeah, but like my thing is like, I'm
Oh,
always the person like, let's look to the worst case scenario. Like, it's not like what if it goes bad. It's like, well, when it goes bad, and I'm the one who's left holding the bag after. How are we going to be dealing with it? Like, that's kind of like the issue with with this. It's like I think you just shouldn't. Like, period. Like, it's not professional.
I
It's not
think that it, I think it doesn't matter.
like, to be
I
clear,
think as
calling
long as
someone.
you continue to, I think that it does not matter if they're having if they're having a relationship. It just shouldn't happen. They should be appropriate when they're at work, and their work should not be affected by that or the end of it. And otherwise, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, I disagree. I don't have any say over that policy, but
That's it.
I
That's
disagree.
all you have?
Yeah, because it's like, look, I think that
I
like you are adding a level
I think
of
you shouldn't care so much. I think you care about
conflict.
too many things.
I mean, look, the amount of shit I gotta deal with, it's like, oh,
I
can we
think that
like
you care about too many things that you just should not care about. Like, don't care about it.
it's like that like that
You should only care about it if it becomes a problem for you.
hmm. But like that's the thing is that it's like there's so many other things at work are just not getting done properly where it's like, can we just go an entire shift without going out? Oh, can we go like 4 hours without having to run outside and smoke pot? Like, can we start there? Like, are you like? It's not like the job is so draining that you can't go the 8 hours without smoking pot. Like,
Your people smoke pot at work?
oh yeah,
That's interesting.
the I can't do anything about it because it is legal in New York to smoke pot recreationally. Um, so it's like you can drug
Okay.
test because it's like
I'm
what
not
they
expecting
do.
you to do anything about it.
No, they just any break they go out, they smoke, they come back in, reaching a pot. It's like it's all like they were just in a dispensary, and I'm like, look, I don't care if you smoke. Like, I'm not that guy where I'm like, hey, don't smoke. Period. Like, if you want to smoke pot, I don't give a shit. Go ahead. But like, don't do it while you're at work.
Or
Like,
don't let it
like,
affect your work.
well, yeah, that's the thing
I
because I know.
genuinely don't care what people do as long as it does not affect the per the level, the quality of work that they're producing
Well,
and
that's
the
the issue.
amount, like quality and quantity, and
That's
it
the
does
issue
not
is that
affect me or make it so I have to get involved in anything.
that's the issue is that the people who are going out and smoking have the most issues with making with accuracy, which is related. Because
Hmm.
if you're high, you're not reading everything thoroughly. You're not like, and again, if you want to smoke while you're not there, don't care. Go ahead, smoke all you want. Like, have fun. Like, for the 8 hours that you're on the clock, can you like just not? Like,
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't know.
If it's affecting their work, then yeah, it's annoying. But
Yeah, that's the issue. Is that it's affecting my work getting done. And then I'm the
okay,
one who's like, I'm,
then
and
that would be
again,
annoying.
yeah. Um, but yeah. What else have we got? Have you ever had Sonics?
Like Sonic the Hedgehog or like Sonic the like
The drive-in.
yeah, I've had Sonic.
Um,
Sonic's the shit.
I don't know why I said Sonic because that's not the one I meant.
Okay, then what did you, let's just bypass that. What did you mean?
And when I get to the one I mean,
Get into the name of the episode. B, I don't know why I said Sonic.
uh, because I don't know, no, no. What I meant was Shake Shack.
I have also had Shake Shack.
Okay. Do you think Shake Shack should have a drive-through?
I don't know, man. I don't have one around. I don't have one around. So the only times that I've ever like had one was like I've only ever had it like on the Vegas Strip.
Oh, okay. Because like, do you have strong opinions on drive-throughs?
What is this question? What are you trying to get at? Well, just talk about what you want to talk about, and I'll tell you how you're wrong.
Yes, that because I
Just
do
get
have
there.
strong
Just get there.
I do have strong opinions on drive-throughs. Because
Just get to where you're trying to get to, and I'll.
we have too many drive-throughs in this country. Um, and I don't think every restaurant needs a drive-through because like they're putting in a
Okay.
Shake Shack with a drive-through. And I don't know about you, but anytime I've been to Shake Shack, I've never been in and out and like with my food in less than like 10, 15 minutes. Like it's not a fast thing because they're making the burgers fresh. Like, and that's why you go to Shake Shack and you pay so much. A drive-through for Shake Shack is not, and it's like I would say extend that to Chick-fil-A too. Chick-fil-A really shouldn't have drive-throughs either. Um, because it's like
Chick-fil-A does great. What are you talking about?
their drive-throughs back up so quickly.
Oh no, you're going to the wrong Chick-fil-A's.
Well, I don't go to Chick-fil-A. I get stuck in the
I
traffic.
love Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A's the shit.
I don't know. I
I
don't eat
avoided
there.
going for so long because they don't like the rainbow. So,
Yeah, that is well. That's why I still don't eat there. Um,
I really hate how good their chicken is. It pisses me off like real bad. It makes it really hard not to
isn't the only
go.
thing they do like they like brine it in pickle juice? Isn't that what they do that makes it taste so good? Like, isn't
I
that the
don't
only
know, but
thing?
all of a sudden I can get like a pickle. I can get a really good chicken sandwich in like no time. It's fantastic. And it pisses me right off that they don't like the rainbow.
But like it is a what's it called? Um, and this is Josie coming out of the closet too, for anyone who didn't know. But
Huh? Why is me being
I,
an
I didn't
ally mean me coming? That's that's homophobic.
I didn't know if you would catch that or not.
That's homophobic.
Anyway, Chick-fil-A shouldn't have a drive like, and I don't think it is
I think you're wrong.
Chick-fil-A. I don't think it's Chick-fil-A that's the issue specific. Oh wow, shocker! You think I'm wrong? Um,
Yeah,
I don't think it's Chick-fil-A that's the problem for wanting to have a drive-through. I think it is people. Have you noticed people have been getting worse driving lately, or is this just a local to New York problem?
no, people have been pretty shitty lately.
Like people not
I
using
like I don't remember
directionals.
people like I always remembered like my area people driving pretty nice and like being very courteous and then I feel like a big part of that is because we're getting a lot of New Yorkers coming up here.
We are getting people are driving like such assholes all the time and more than usual. Like,
Hmm.
and I think it's too, we don't even ascribe our bad drivers to New York. We assume they're from Jersey. Um, like, and Peter has said that like he knows that, so people from Jersey lean into it. Um, but like people are people are so self-centered when it comes to driving. I've driven with people just camped out in my blind spot, and I'm like, why are you doing that? Like you have the entire road. Why are you camped out in my blind spot? But
Be
like
faster.
the you in the other lane does not my drive does not affect you in the other lane. Um, but the other issue is the if you look at like drive-throughs, it's kind of a related thing because it's this general idea of like my time is more important than yours. So I'm gonna get on this drive-through line, and block traffic so I can get McDonald's.
Okay.
Like,
I have noticed that. Like I'm seeing that more and more around my area too. Like I
and
said,
and, and,
I
and part of it
remember like
is,
drivers being like courteous, like a lot more in this area, and then all of a sudden just people are just being super dicks.
and it's like it's a very self like my like that's my my biggest old man thing, and I know you're gonna have a comment about that, but like my biggest old man thing is
I'm not
cars
if
are
you're gonna
getting
call
too
me
big.
out like that.
Cars are getting too big. People who are driving really big cars that really shouldn't. And if you are driving past a McDonald's and you see the drive-through line is at the point where you're going to be getting into the street to get on that line, don't get on that line. Like
Hmm.
you don't need a burger that bad.
Hmm.
Like
I see
like
the same thing, but from like for like Dunkin's coffees and stuff.
and that's the thing is that it's like Dunkin' Donuts has a drive-through. All the burger places have drive-throughs. Like all the chicken places, and it's like, look, if it's like a KFC where they can get you the chicken in the time it takes for you to get from order to the window, fine. But the problem is too many fast food places are trying to make better quality food because people want higher quality food. It's like,
And that's
could
a
you imagine?
problem.
Well, no, but it's a problem for the drive-through because like if you're going into the restaurant and you're ordering there, you're not blocking traffic when you get a burger that's going to take 5 minutes to make. If you're sitting in the drive-through, you're blocking the drive-through lane, or they're moving you to one of the other spots. And either way, it's like because there's so much that's happening, it takes forever to get it done, which causes these backups. Which I've seen it backed up to the point where they're blocking traffic. And I'm
Hmm.
like, there is no food that I would get on that line for.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah,
where I'm the
I'm
car
with
blocking
you.
traffic. Like
You're not wrong.
like could you imagine if like Chipotle had a drive through?
Yeah, I don't think Chipotle needs a drive-through.
Like I don't think Shake Shack should either, because Shake Shack is like the
I see
epitome
your
of
point. I don't think I guess you're right. But I also think, man, you just care about too much.
yeah.
Because part of me just also says, would you just mind your business?
It's it's my life. It's ending 1 minute at a time. Like I gotta sit in fucking traffic because of this asshole who's like, I need this fucking double quarter pounder this badly that I'm gonna sit here and block traffic. Like no, fuck you. Like go and like go anywhere else. And it's
You're right.
frustrating
It's
too.
your life. Like, go beat their brains in with a baseball bat or something. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, and then it becomes the state's life. Um, as I'm sitting in a state prison for beating
So,
someone to death with a baseball bat.
whatever.
It's like
You'll have
if
other
that
worries then.
that's
You'll
true,
love that though, because you love caring about things you'd have to care about and worry about so much shit there.
and you're just like, and it'll give me something great to talk about on this podcast.
No, No, you know the podcast wouldn't happen without you.
That's
Um,
probably true.
um, no, I think you know, maybe it wouldn't be as bad as you think because, you know, you'd have so many other things to care about and you love to care about things, so
To be clear, I'm not going to bludgeon anyone with a baseball bat, per Josie's suggestion.
whatever.
Um, but yeah, so next time we will talk about Rogue One.
Okay.
Um, Definitively, we'll talk about Rogue One, and then I'm going to try to
I also
create.
don't condone bludgeoning people with a baseball bat. I was just
Good
coming
thing you
up with
caught that.
a
I can't wait to see what the AI says about this episode. Like, because the AI is notoriously wrong about things. The AI companion in Zoom. I kind of want to see what it has to say about us bludgeoning people with baseball bats. Um,
Have you done anything fun recently?
have all
I
you
feel like
done is
all you do is
bitch?
complain. Have you done anything fun?
No,
Do you know what fun looks like?
no, I don't.
Okay.
I haven't had a day off since the snow day, 2 days before Valentine's Day.
You've got a bad job. You need like more time off.
Well, I have. Well, no, I had. Never mind. I did have one day off, but I took my grandmother in for a doctor's appointment.
Hmm.
Um,
You need
so it
some
wasn't
time
really
for
a day
just
off.
you.
I was
Gain
sitting in the
some
hospital all day.
perspective.
Yeah, I need to get my boss's phone number so I can call out one day.
You, I have so much to say about that. Uh,
What? What? Go ahead, say it.
what do you mean you don't have your boss's number? And then also, why do you think you need your boss's number to call out?
Because um, that's how it always worked.
Does your boss not have a desk phone?
I don't know his extension
How do you not know your boss's extension?
because I stand 7 feet away from him.
Is there like a number at
Uh,
at your
Probably.
work, like to contact, like the main line?
Yeah,
Why not call that?
because I'm not gonna call the main line to be like, "Hey, can you put me through to this guy?"
Yeah,
Like,
do that, exactly that. What is the problem there?
well, because here's the thing: historically, anytime someone calls out, it's just a text. So like they'll text, "Hey, I'm not coming in,"
Who gives a shit
and
what
that's
the
what I usually do
historically
too.
is?
The
Call,
problem
but you
is,
can't because you don't have his number.
yeah,
So
I
you
can ask him for it.
call.
See, the issue is I can't ask him for it tomorrow and then call out on Thursday because that would not be a great look. I
No,
don't think.
call, ask to be put through and say, "Hey buddy, I didn't realize that I didn't have your number. Here's mine. Can you message me so I have it? Also, I'm not going to be in today. Bye."
Or I'll
Like
just
that's the normal way to do this. Why
text the
you
other
and your
guy.
thoughts on social normality is just weird.
How?
You're wrong most of the time. Just do the thing I said, okay? Take a day off. You need it. Go to the beach.
Oh God, no! I hate the beach.
Oh my goodness.
I hate the heat. I hate the sand, which is on brand for this show. I hate what's it called? I hate like any obligation to have my shirt off in public.
Well, don't
Like,
take your shirt off. If you go now, it's like the perfect time because you can just sit and you don't have to like hang out. It's not going to be that hot. It's not going to be weird for you to sit there with your clothes on. Like, you just sit there and watch the waves and chill and relax and gain some perspective.
anyway, we'll wrap up that for today because my
You
laptop
can
is dying.
you should probably let Peter know about my thoughts on your needing time off.
Why?
He'll agree.
No, he'll definitely agree because because I texted when I texted you, I texted him too about calling the guy a dumb motherfucker. But anyway, we'll wrap up there. Next time we get together, we'll be talking about Rogue One. And for those who are looking for new reviews, beware of spoilers. This week we'll be covering um, tomorrow or later today because it's going up on Wednesday. We'll be doing Back in Black or Back to Black, which is the Amy Winehouse movie. Thursday we'll be doing If. Saturday we'll be doing I Saw the TV Glow. in terms of new video games. Little Kitty Big City this week. Next week, Retro Wave World. The week after, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door Remaster. Josie, that game you should get. The remaster of Thousand Year Door.
Okay.
Did you ever play Paper Mario?
Paper Mario? No, but I've watched people play.
Yeah, they're the remaster of Paper Mario 2 for GameCube comes out next week.
Neat. I think the
That
Paper
game
Marios are cute.
that game's really fun. That I'm looking forward to. But
Hey,
until our
did you
next
watch
episode,
the Five Nights at Freddy?
I did. I hated it.
I thought it was cute.
I did not like it at all.
Yeah, but you don't like scary things.
The first of all, that movie was not scary.
No, you're right. It was cute.
It was not good either.
It was cute.
Um, we'll have to get into this more in the future. My laptop's dying, but we'll
Bye.
wrap up there for today. So until our next episode, have a great rest of your week.